Miranda warnings. What are they? How do they apply to your situation? If you've been charged with a crime, what do we as attorneys look at to determine whether or not your statements have been taken in violation of Miranda warnings? It's actually in violation of your Fifth Amendment rights, or is it something that we can wrangle with the people of the state of New York, with the district attorney's office, to get those statements suppressed? First of all, I'm sure everybody that is watching this video has heard of Miranda warnings and or heard them repeated in a movie or on a TV show, which are, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford one will be appointed for you. Do you understand these rights? The whole point of Miranda warnings is to inform you of your Fifth Amendment right to not incriminate yourself, to be quiet, to shut up, to not say anything to the police. That's important. Make sure you don't talk to the police. They don't ask questions if they don't need information. The only thing that anybody should be talking to the police about when they have their Miranda warnings read to them is getting a phone so that you can talk to your attorney. First of all, Miranda is going to apply in a situation where you are in custody. It's a custodial interrogation. That means basically you've been arrested. Is a roadside stop an arrest a custodial situation? No, it's not. When they pull you over, Miranda doesn't apply. Miranda doesn't apply until you've basically had the handcuffs put on you. It's not quite that simple. It has to be a custodial situation, and you can be in a custodial situation before the handcuffs are placed on you. And the things that the court are going to look at are going to be things like the time that you've spent in the police custody, the environment that you're in, whether or not you've been cooperating with the police. What's the nature of the questioning? Is it a questioning in a situation where they're just trying to gain information about a crime that's been committed, or they're actually thinking that you're the suspect? They're going to also take into consideration whether or not you've been informed of your constitutional rights. Those are all the sorts of things that a defense attorney is going to have to inquire about with the defendant and cross-examine an arresting officer on at the time of a hearing on whether or not the statements that you've been given have been voluntarily given and or they've been given in violation of your Fifth Amendment or Miranda warnings. So when you talk to your attorney, the circumstances under which you've made statements are always going to be very important. If you've been charged with a crime and we're talking about suppressing statements because you've made some damaging statements that could, implicate you in a crime, we're going to talk to you about where you were, what was going on, were you at the roadside, were you at the station, had you been placed in handcuffs, do you feel free to leave? Those are the sorts of things that we're going to look at. So make sure that you think about all of those issues when you're going to talk to your attorney, and that you communicate all that information so that we can do our job and defend you if you've been charged with a crime.